there's a difference between routine work on the one hand and creative work on the other. Now, both are important, but they function in a different way. So routine work is very reliable. It has steps like 1, 2, and 3, and you can follow them each time and get the proper result, and it drives progress. With creative work, it's dependent on inspiration. So in my case, I write poetry, and I might get some inspiring words that come to mind, and I'll take note. So maybe I'll produce 2, 3 stanzas, and I'll set that aside for a later time. Anyways, when I'm actually prepared to start a serious project, like these performances that I do in video, and I need them to be longer too, maybe 5 minutes, let's say, so they become like a theatrical piece. I'll need to broaden the original poem a lot, so maybe to bring it to 20 or 30 stanzas. And there's always this anxiety before the start, like, can I do it well enough? Maybe the last project I had good success on it. Can I replicate it? Can I do that again? I would compare it to climbing mountains. You climb one mountain and you feel great and happy, and then you have to go back down and you see another mountain before you and you wonder if you can do it. So in between there's this downtime, maybe when you're in the valley with the fog and murkiness and uncertainty, and the longer you rest there, the more anxiety you have to suffer. My advice would be to start right away. You finish one project of creative work. Don't leave any time for thinking. Go right into your next project. There you can do your thinking, and you can enjoy your hike back up to the summit and the view and the happiness and joy that are involved. So just keep on traveling, I would say. That is the initial line of reasoning with regard to inspiration and talent, at least. But I think there are some misconceptions here that we can fix and make better. The first would be that talent and inspiration are outside of conscious reach. And that could be the case very well at the beginning, when a person first discovers that they have a gift in a certain area. And they might be so busy creating and putting their talents to use that they might not have time to, as I said, go into the valley of doubt, which is great. That is exactly how they should continue. As they're working, however, they will discover that they're learning new skills and picking up new tricks of their craft along the way. So, in the future, as they delve further, they will hit a snag somewhere where they're not sure what to do with a certain piece, or they're not sure how to present it in front of the audience, which adds a new layer of complexity, whether it will be accepted, whether it will be criticized, whether it will be scandalous, who knows, so many questions. But with practice, as I'm saying, they can learn these new tricks and gain more conscious control over their talents and inspiration. And the other misconception would be to compare different projects that a creator has made with each other, to say, this one was better, this one was worse, I should be making even better projects. In my own case, honestly, I like all the poems that I've produced. I've released some already, but there are loads more that I haven't even started working on more properly. And there should be this desire to see what will come of them, to work on even more, because they'll all be good. So that's how an artist should be viewing these projects, to see what else they can learn, what new lessons they can pick up. I think the solution to the issue of anxiety before creative work would actually be consistency. This is what it would look like. It would be working a little bit on a creative project every single day. It could be an hour or two, in which time a person looks at their work, maybe they rearrange a little bit of it, maybe they add just a little bit of new information, and then they set it aside. Maybe the time has run out for today. They work on something else on the side. Maybe by the evening or the next morning or in a few days or a week, a new idea comes into mind. And they know that this has come by inspiration, but it's sort of been calling an inspiration the whole time, allowing the workflow to ruminate in the back of the mind. And then they can add to the original piece the second one and compare them and perhaps derive a third one. and now all of a sudden the artwork takes a wholeness of its own. So that would be the advice, not to try to force a project to perfection within a small period of time, but give oneself more time, maybe a month or a month and a half, to create a project. And then everything will fall into place. And so, an artist does not have to cower away from their purpose, what they really want to do in life, due to some excuses and feel like they're being impeded and feel miserable. They can jump right back into it and enjoy their play.